It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Jacksonville. It's the Browns and the Jaguars under the lights on Sunday night.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown. In a game of this magnitude, it's always good to get out to a great start, but a game of this magnitude, you go up early, that's a big deal.
It's a huge deal. Psychologically, you now have the advantage as well as on the scoreboard, and also, it's a settling effect for your team. You're in it now. You've got the lead. Let's just go play some more ball.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 3rd down and 2. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason. So now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The play over before it really got started thanks to Pete Werner. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll set up to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 43. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Watson on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion separation on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now ETN to start the drive. And some room to work. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll go again with ETN. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Over the middle, it's complete. And the Jags are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And they'll run with ETN. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns set and ready to go on offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a first and 10. Watson now to throw. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Watson. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Here's Watson. This complete to David Bell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And trouble trying the middle here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Season we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there, big fumble. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time. On target, too.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. 58 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. They'll run with Etienne. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To try again after the sack. Watson to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Watson on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is playing with some confidence, having a lot of point. Yeah, flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd and 2, Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And some room to roam now. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. His throw incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Oh, this will be incomplete. Rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Etienne up the middle.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
Still 3rd down.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Lawrence. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 112 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys to the Super Bowl. Another tote for Etienne. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Straight ahead, Etienne. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the... Back now in Jacksonville. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. A handoff for Etienne. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Going with their tight end on fourth. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. ETN once more, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Lawrence on the sneak, and he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
One more time with ETN. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with ETN. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The Jaguars are Super Bowl bound as we say goodnight, everybody.